Newsreel, real news real quick. A state court jury on Wednesday in Waterbury, Connecticut has ordered conspiracy theorist Alex Jones to pay $965 million in damages to families of the victims of the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting over his lies that the tragedy was a hoax. United States District Judge Lewis Kaplan of Manhattan has denied former President Donald Trump's motion to pause the proceedings of a defamation suit against him from a woman who has accused him of rape while appeals over the case play out, setting him up for a deposition next week. Carol has accused Trump of raping her at a Manhattan department store in the 1990s. Momentum is building in Congress to support legislation that would take on the OPEC Plus group of oil-producing nations that just announced 2 million barrels per day in cuts in production, likely to help Russia and raise prices in the United States by subjecting the OPEC nations to U.S. antitrust laws. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer recently floated using the legislation, now known as NOPEC, as one way to respond to the group, which includes Saudi Arabia and Russia. The Biden administration is considering a total ban and huge tariff increase on Russian aluminum, critical for iPhones, new car manufacturing, and skyscrapers, after Russia stepped up its assault on Ukraine with a storm of missiles directed at civilian targets this week. Russian aluminum accounts for 10% of U.S. imports of the metal. Speaking at a Moscow Energy Forum on Wednesday, Russian President Vladimir Putin said Moscow is ready to resume gas supplies to the European Union via a link of the Germany-bound Nord Stream 2 pipeline under the Baltic Sea, but the Berlin government has rejected the offer. The Nord Stream 1 pipeline remains damaged after sabotage in September. And finally, a husband and wife were left without any access to their money for weeks after Halifax Bank in the UK told both of them that they were dead. Ben Gibson, 63, was furious after being told that his 65-year-old wife Gil was dead when he called the bank about a credit card problem. But just weeks later, he came home to find his wife looking at letters of condolence for his own death. Halifax Bank has been unable to explain how the error occurred. And that's the way the world is. See you next time.